Okay. Let's get it started. Yo, what's going on? Hope everybody's having an amazing Saturday. It's Saturday, right? Yeah, an amazing Saturday. I know I am. I'm having a ball. Hogwarts Legacy dropped, and you can't tell, but yeah, we're gonna be playing that bitch. We're gonna be playing that bitch right afterwards. As a matter of fact, give me a hot second. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm so hyped for Hogwarts Legacy. Not only did I put it in Discord, like, yo, I need money. I need what should I put there? But I set up a whole goddamn scene for this shit. Yeah, I set up a whole what's the name for this? Just trust and believe. Give me a second. We got a whole what's the name set up for it. I'm hyped. Hogwarts Legacy as soon as the stream is done. We're gonna be streaming it on Discord. I mean, not Discord. We're gonna be streaming it on Twitch. So if you haven't already, go and look in the description. The Twitch link is down there. But yeah, if you're interested, come watch it. If you're not, all the better. We Slytherin house in this motherfucker up. We Slytherin. But good thing wasn't no chapter last week. I was on vacation, so that's the plus side. Downside is that I ain't come back until yesterday. Fucking chapter dropped like Wednesday on like OP scans like dropped. And I haven't really been like using OP scans, but it's still nice to have. I bet you he's Hufflepuff. Don't disrespect me like that. Yo, Gone, I'm pissed because I found out. Because originally, I think I heard that Slytherin was the house that in the game, you get, like, they take a field trip to Azkaban. Turns out, nah. Hufflepuff is the only ones that get to go to Azkaban. And I'm like, what the fuck? They are the ones that go to Azkaban, and I'm mad as hell. Hold on. And on top of it, I went on the Pottermore website, and I took the test a bunch of fucking times. Like, when I say a bunch of times, I mean I took that fucking test a lot. I cheated. I fucking cheated. And no matter how much out of the 10 times that I took it, 3 times I cheated, and I got Slytherin every time. Every time. There was no question about it. As a matter of fact, hold on. Down here. Give me a second. This is my character portrait. I'm not mad at it. I did my Patronus charm, and it came out. The first time I did my Patronus, I think I got a seal. I got a seal. I got a cat, a bat, and something else, and it was something else that I didn't like. I wanted to go for like either a wolf or a Doberman, but right now I got a bat, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing this. Fuck the Harry Potter rules. But yeah, no matter how much I did, I placed in Slytherin. Then I did my research, and turns out not all Slytherins are evil. Matter of fact, the majority of Slytherin is not fucking evil. It's just that people do turn out to be evil. Chances are they came from Slytherin because that's what it benefits them most. What's going on, Ogata-san? How are you? Matter of fact, this right here. Move OBS over here and move fucking chat right there. That way, I'm able to see shit better. That Sorting Hat is cap, not hat. That's funny as hell. Alright. Old dry busted ass yo. Alright, give me a second. Man admits he tried to slide in a Hufflepuff. No, I did not try to slide in a Hufflepuff. I kept retaking the quiz because honestly, I wanted to be in Ravenclaw. But I was like, fuck it. If it ain't meant to be, it ain't meant to be. Music is too loud, my bad. I'll bring that down to like right there. Yeah, right here. Tell me if the music is too low or too loud. But either way, let's jump into the chapter. Because little cousin Jordan told me, yo, you're going to fucking love this chapter. I asked him for somebody to put in the thumbnail without spoiling me. He said, nope. He was like, nope, not even going to say that. I asked other people. I asked people in Discord. Ziad just said Morgan's. And I'm like, what big news reveals are we getting? Bro, I can hear you. Oh, can? All right, bet. Perfect, bet. All right, but yeah, I asked everybody else. Ziad said put Morgan's in. Somebody else on Twitter told me put Wapple, and I was like, the fuck? Like, the only thing that I could think of, but like between those two, and that's one of the reasons that I tried. Like when I asked for characters for the character for the thumbnail, I just go with the first one that somebody said, because if I keep looking at people post like multiple characters that's in the chapter, I'm gonna start like making my own connections based off of like who's in the chapter. I don't want that shit. It's spoilery. I fucking hate it. I wish there was an easier way. This is a hype beast Morgan's chapter, yo. All right, but chapter 1047, Mark 3. Let's go. Caesar, Queen, and Judge fighting. I'm guessing this is the inevitable breakup of like the remaining Mads. German Double Six's Cold Blood Voyage, Volume 30. 3 men endlessly scrapping to be number two. Oh yeah. They fighting to be the second smartest. And look, Queen's already lost. Queen's lost his arm. Edith, you know this, bro. Queen already lost his arm. I don't see fucking, not Stussy. What the hell is her name? I don't see Bocking anywhere. Fucking Queen and Weave, make the connection, people. Come on. LOL 1047, that's what I said. Carrots on the ships, chill out. Don't do that. Yeah, Ms. Bakken. I said Mother Bakken, didn't I? Alright. They fight. Yo, fucking Weevil. I'm telling you, I'm calling it. Weevil is a clone of Queen. His arm is his arm is Queen's arm. Carrot on the ship, carrot for Nakama. Stop it. Morgan's, it seems like you're like the main person who knows how to push my fucking buttons. And why is Caesar wearing Doflamingo pants? You know how to push my buttons. And the fucked up thing is, the easiest way is the Nakama discussion. Like that's really the only thing left in this series that I'm completely passionate about. And the only way that conversation for me will end, like Luffy can have like 20 people on the crew, and I still don't think that he's done until like, let's say like Vivi or Yamato comes back, and like I still wouldn't think it's done. The only way for me to get the Nakama discussion to end is if Oda himself comes out and says, that's it. I'm not, like, Luffy's not adding any more people to the crew. Or he just writes it into the story of Luffy saying, my crew is finished. Yamato stayed her ass in Wano, LOL. Yamato stayed in Wano to help out Momonosuke. She still can come back. And she still has that desire to go out to sea. It's just Momo has to prove that he's capable of protecting Wano. Like, Wano has to show that, yeah, we can protect ourselves. Gon got the W. Gon did not get the W. Gon said that Tama's gonna join. Gon did not catch a W. And I think we all know that Yamato not joining was some last minute bullshit that made absolutely no sense. But all right, let's do the chapter before people start getting pissy. Let's go. Page 1. Fabio Stratum Egghead. A figure blocks their way. You're meant to be with the Marines, right? Why the hell is a government weapon getting in our way? You'll pay for hurting our men. Are these Cypherpole agents? What the fuck is that? Is that a pacifist? That's a new pacifista? Wait, is that Cop? Is that Kuma Cop? Is that Kuma Cop? What was that ability? It's a bubble shield. A bubble shield. The ultimate defense invented by Vegapunk. Invented by Vegapunk. This must be a Mark III pacifist. Mark III? When the fuck was Mark? Oh yeah, Mark I was the ones that went after. That was in Sabaody. Mark II were the ones that was in Return of Sabaody. This is Mark III? Navy Science Group weapon, pacifista. So it's not a devil fruit, it's just a straight up bubble shield. Why do I like this design? Why does Kuma have more outfits than the Straw Hats? Movies included, what the fuck? It's far more advanced than the prototypes used at the Summit War. Surrender and proceed with me to Factory B. Everyone do what it says if you don't want to die. Jesus Christ. But who's controlling him? Pacifistas don't act on their own like this. Initiating capture. Fucking Sentamaru's alive! Let's go! Factory, please don't move. You'll aggravate your wounds. Sentamaru's good. Let's go. Officer Kuma got dripped though. Yo, RoboCop Kuma gotta be the best design Kuma has ever had. And I fucking love the Target track jacket. But alright, Sentamaru being okay means that Egghead is in good hands. They can function. Egghead is fine. Vegapunk can leave. But we still need to find young Vegapunk. I mean, Vega Prime. We all knew Sentamaru wasn't dead. I mean, did we? Lucci's ruthless as hell. He goes for kills. But I don't know why the fuck he didn't put Sentamaru down 100%. He has no problem killing people, even people on his side. I'm not understanding why he didn't go for the pure kill. I knew he didn't die. I mean, we all assumed he was alive. Yo, what's good, Edens? We all assumed Sentamaru was alive, but come on, let's be real. There was a possibility that Sentamaru was dead. Give me a second. We represent Slytherin House, right? Green on green. Let's go. Where was it? Where was I? Someday off this. Wait, someday off this turned out to be. Oh, someday off this turned out to be. Are the pacifists doing their job? Something's definitely up. The frontier dome's sealed and I can't even get a hold of Grandpa Pump. You got it. I'll get him off the island no matter what. It's wild how quickly they were like, fuck it. All right, we can work together. Kinemon didn't die either, so Kinemon being alive is a bunch of bullshit. Kinemon should have died. Kinemon should have died. Ashura Doji died, that made sense, but like it wasn't as impactful because Oda kept pulling the nobody's dead. And like he died from one explosion. Word? And then you kill off fucking Izo? You kill off Izo. You kept Kinemon alive and Kiku and Kinemon alive, but you killed off Izo and Ashura Doji. Kinemon took a sword. He got skewered with a sword from an emperor. He got beat down by an emperor twice. Took a Bagua to the head. It shattered his swords. Like, what the fuck? Kinemon, in my opinion, Kinemon should have died. Kinemon should have died, and so should Kiku. Ashura Doji, I'm not upset that he's dead. Izo, I'm kind of mad. I'm mad as hell Izo died. But honestly, it's whatever. At this point, I moved past Wano. I've moved so far past Wano, it's not even funny. My most anticipated arc, and I gotta tell myself, just leave it the fuck alone. It hurts. It fucking hurts. Imagine working a 9 to 5 all week. The weekend roll on you, your day off, and you get called in by the boss. We need you to come deal with Rob Lucci and CP0. I would have said no. I'm kind of sick today. And Blue Scarf CP0 is still alive. Blue Scarf CP0. Oh, you talking about the dude that? Oh, you talking about What the fuck does Randy call him? Drippino or Drip something? Dripper Scarfino? Yeah, he should be dead too. Like, there's a lot of people that should have died in Wano and like Onigashima that just didn't. And it's fucking infuriating. We were dealing with 2 emperors, the biggest threat on the ocean, and we only suffered like 2 casualties. Well, 2 casualties of like named characters, because like we did lose a lot. Like, we lost a lot of people. Where was buzz. It's unsettling. The Navy's still trying to reach me. They don't realize I'm already a rebel. God damn! Is Sentomaru going to the fucking revolutionaries? I guess I can just do whatever I want now. Let's go! I guess I can just do whatever I want now. Taking over the fucking pacifistas. Come on. Taking over the pacifistas, guarding Egghead. Egghead is no longer a fucking government facility. That shit's about to get Buster called. Fuck the bullshit. And it's not even the normal Buster call. They're gonna deploy all of the admirals to just annihilate this island. Fuck a Buster call. It's a Buster announcement. I guess I can do whatever I want. Call all 50 Mark III units. Stand ready to deploy. Straw Hat Luffy will be taking Dr. Vegapunk with him on his ship. Your mission is to see to it that they set sail safely. Understood. The Navy may have something up their sleeves. Stand guard at the coast. Are you fucking serious? What the fuck? Stop moving. Let us out of here. What the hell? Stop moving. Let us out of here. Something is going to go down on this island soon. No matter what happens, you must ensure your creator escapes. Let's go. Why do I like Sentomaru? never gave many fucks about Sentomaru. Why do I like this man? I didn't even care about him when he first showed up and when he first showed up. Why do I care about him now? Why is he kind of clean? Why is Sentomaru dope? Labo Stratum Egghead. What do you mean he's not here? He's gotta be in the lab somewhere, huh? I ran all over the place looking though. So you broke your hover boots? So you broke your hover boots from hover boots? So you broke your hover boots from all the running around? Don't snitch. I can't pay them back. Why don't the Straw Hats have any money? Sentomaru about to put his uncle in a hard position. Yo, if Kizaru shows up and puts Sentomaru down without hesitation, I think I'm gonna like fucking Sentomaru a lot more. I think I'm gonna fucking like Sentomaru. But seriously, where did Apple Gramps go? I couldn't find Bonnie either. Bonnie's over here. Huh? Everything in the lab is transmitted on this monitor. Huh? She never went anywhere. You could have told me sooner. This place is simply marvelous. This place is simply marvelous. They have everything. The future is now. I thought we were leaving. What the hell? Why is Zoro kinda drippy? Zoro's kinda drippy. I like the swords on the back. The swords on the back is kinda drippy. Wait, no. Where is that? I can't find my sword. I'm mad. I'm mad as fuck. I got the replica sword right here, but I can't find my actual sword. The sword on the back is clean. I thought we were leaving. Where's your Stella body? Did something happen? Fucking Stelly. I mean, fucking not Stelly. Fucking Stussy. Fucking Stussy. Why did they switch clothes? Why did they change clothes? Look at all of these fucking people. Look at this shot. Look at this shot. Hold on. No. Hey, hold up. Number 5, Vegapunk 5 is kind of massive. She big as hell. I thought she was kind of normal size. She's kind of giant. I'm gonna do a quick one. Bam! Oh shit, no, wrong one. No, don't look at that. Don't look at that. No, don't fucking source that. Display capture. Look at all of these fucking people. Look at all of these people in this shot. Okay, we clean. That's it. I'm a risk the copyright. I'm gonna risk the copyright. All of the people in this fucking shot. Hold on. Let me. You got the 6 Vegapunks, the 9 Straw Hats. The 9 Straw Hats and the 6 Vegapunks. That's 15 people right there. Do not tell me Oda can't add more than 10 people on the crew. Look at this fucking shot. Look at how many people Oda was managing in Dressrosa. Do not tell me that Oda can't add more people to the fucking crew. Vivi and Yamato are coming back, and just for the hell of it, just because I actually do believe that she has a chance, I add Carrot in that bitch too. Look at this fucking shot. As of right now, this is the Straw Hat crew. Oh shit! And I just realized Rob Lucci and Kaku was right here. I fucking love this manga, man. And technically, I took a 2-week break. I took another 2-week break from One Piece because we had a break after last chapter. We had a break last week, and then I was on vacation, so I wasn't really focused on this shit. God damn. No gun style? Where the fuck is my revolver? Un momento. All right. I do have a second one, but I don't know where it's at. So, what you mean no gun style? We always locked and loaded. We always locked and loaded, Morgans. Don't play with me, bro. Don't mess with the gunslinger. Don't mess with the gunslinger. Chill out. Chill out. And what you talking about? No sword style. We always ready. I'm ready. Come at me. Nidai Kitetsu. I actually do want like a One Piece sword. The only swords that I have so far are like a OG Tensazan Getsu from Bleach. This is like the first sword that I ever had. Excuse me, that was before I knew what the fuck an actual sword was. I have Michonne's katana. It's sharp, like sharp as fuck to where like if you touch the blade, it'll like cut you. But it's not actual battle ready. Like it's not. I don't think any sword nowadays is like battle ready. But I have Michonne's sword from Walking Dead. I have both Yamato's from Devil May Cry. Yamato from original Devil May Cry, like the hilt being a circle, and then Devil May Cry 5 Yamato. I wanted to get DMC Yamato, but that was just a basic ass katana, like there was nothing special about it. My next sword is gonna be the what the fuck do you call it? The Mortal Blade, like the red Mortal Blade from Second. I ain't know you was a Walking Dead fan. Of course I am. I watched it. I dropped the show, but I read the comics. I dropped the show because of the comics. Like I read the comics first, started watching the show. I was like, this is kind of dope, but y'all fucked up. Like y'all deviated from the comics mad early, and you had a fuck ton of source material. Sword tangent, let's go. It's not a sword tangent. Gone and not a carrot video uploaded. I'm just not gonna acknowledge it. Where was we? Where's the Stella body? Did something happen? Yes, we have a couple of issues. Just keep calm and listen. First, the Stella has disappeared. Second, we've lost control of the Frontier Dome. What? How can that be? Hey, your face is as good as new. Oh yeah, she got fixed up. Atlas got fixed up. Your face is as good as new. We found some spare parts. Some fucking spare parts. As things stand, we're basically trapped on the labostratum. Seriously? If we tried to leave, the lasers would likely fry us. You got a swordsman that can probably deflect the lasers. Look at the crew you have here. You think some lasers are gonna stop? Come on. The lasers will probably fry us. What? How can we leave the island with Vegapunk then? Oh, so we are gonna be here for a little bit longer. How can we leave the island with Vegapunk then? Quiet and the dome is really a secondary concern when you consider your main passenger is missing. We should prioritize finding Stella first. I'll figure out a way to repair the dome in the meantime. How are we meant to find him if he's not showing up on any of your monitors? Well, these These displays do normally show the entire lab, but the Seraphim rampage just now must have incapacitated some of the baby monitor snails, or maybe they were just knocked out of position. Some of the monitors are out. I'm having our workers in some of the satellites search for him. He might have passed out in a blind spot. Shaka, it's Pythagoras. Third floor of Sea Tower seems empty. I see. Then next try. The sooner we find him, the sooner we can set sail. Let's search for treasure too. I fucking love Nami. I'll join yo. I'll join you. I'll also take a look around. I'm worried. Oh, Stussy-sama, take me with you. Why, son? Stop! I don't want to like Stella. I don't want to like Stussy. Cause she's a vampire. She's a succubus, and we already have Robin's like super demon form, like giant demon form. Come on, we don't need another demon form. We don't need another vampire. We don't. It's too unique. We don't need another one. We picked up hella travel companions. I said I was done with the travel companions after Law, but this new group seems kind of dope. This new group is kind of dope. Guess I'll lend a hand. We're looking for a geezer with a sawed-off head, right? Hold up, Moss Head. You're going out to find somebody? Even Sanji was like, nah, fuck that. Nah, you ain't going nowhere. But who's gonna find you when you're done? You're going out to find someone, but who's gonna find you when you're done? He's right, Zoro. You stay. Just be a bear. Just be a bear and wait, okay? Oh, just be a deer. I said be a bear. God damn. I can't read. You have a tenure, you're untouchable? God damn it. Oh, man, what a pain. Well, they're just forming a search party, so I guess they'll be fine. Anyway, you must have been running. You must have been running all out. I always go all out for everything. I like how they just sitting there relaxing over their previous conquest. These niggas is knocked the fuck out. I can't believe we bumped into these guys again. They're sitting right behind the dudes that they KO'd last time they met. Come on. Takes me back to Water 7. I wonder how Ice Boss is doing. Oh, Iceberg. Wonder how Ice Boss is doing. Why are they not showing their eyes and Lucci got the angry marks over his face? That's kind of fucked. And plus, not only are they zones, but they're awakened zones. They're awakened zones. These motherfuckers should be getting up soon. Lab interior, paw room. Bonnie, don't touch that. Shut it. Shut it and get out of here. Oh, she threw him out? What the fuck? What's wrong? Hey, she touched it. It's his memories. Wait, Dad? We've got you. We've got you now. Come here. Well, someone save me. I can't take it anymore. Bastard, get your ass back. Get your ass back now. If you escape, they'll kill the rest of us. What the fuck is that? I don't want to go back. I don't ever want to go back there again. Go back where? Was Kuma being experimented on since he was a kid? I don't ever want to go there again. What good's crying gonna do, damn brat? What the? I can't get any closer. Go back. Just kill me instead. If I go back, I'll die anyway. What the fuck happened to Kuma? I don't see the bear ears. If he's a special race, then what the fuck? If I go back, I'll die anyway. What? And they beat a kid over the head. Wait, those are celestial dragons. Did he escape? Was Kuma a celestial? Was Kuma another escapee of the fish and tiger incident? Was Kuma another fish and tiger incident escapee? It hurts. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Help me. It hurts. Stop. Nah, the Bonnie Kuma story is kind of wild. She just fell out of it? Bartholomew Kuma. At least we know now why he's going back. He's programmed. His programming tells him to obey anybody, to obey the celestial dragons. He lost his humanity. But I'm guessing the revolutionaries knocked out that programming, but because he still doesn't have his free will back, partial memories are there. Now he's just hyper focused on getting back to Mary Joie, and I think he's about to try and destroy it. Man's hands are fucking bleeding. I think Kuma's about to go up there to try and destroy Mary Joie. I think Kuma's about to die. They're handcuffed? Oh, you talking about Rob Lucci and them? Yeah. Oh, yeah, they are handcuffed. Well, they could just wake up. I'm not saying like they're getting up for another fight. They could just wake up. Bartholomew Kuma is still going. Shoot him down. I couldn't take it all in. My resolve wasn't strong enough, but if I stay ignorant, I'll never be able to understand, right? Right, Dad? What if that's not her biological father? What if that's not her biological father? That's fucking, that's fucking wild. Wow, they really totaled the place. Even though they were born here? Like, Stella, where the blazes did you get to? Boom? What the fuck? What the hell happened? Is that the person who fucked up, who messed with the dome in the first place? What happened? Who is that? We News? Morgans! Here we go. Get a load of this. An insane scoop just came in. We got the world government intends to assassinate the beloved Dr. Vegapunk. How does he know this? Who was feeding him this information? They plan to kill the world's greatest genius? It's like O'Hara all over again. But they've miscalculated this time. The good doctor is far too popular for this to fly. He's beloved as the man that develops energy to light up towns the world over. That is true. They destroyed an island with everybody on it. In this case, they're trying to destroy the man who is loved by his entire island. They can't, and they don't want to destroy the island. So there's no way they were getting away with this. Fortunately, guess who else happens to be on the scene? This guy. So let's make the headline: Navy skirmish at Egghead. Emperor Straw Hat Luffy takes Vegapunk hostage. Morgans is giving. Alright, I'm just about to say it. Luffy's bounty is inflated because of misinformation. His first bounty was given, he was given an extreme first bounty because Nezumi was a fucking hater. He hated Luffy, so he gave him an extreme bounty. Luffy didn't deserve it. After that, he got a bounty for Crocodile, even though Luffy saved the country. Did not deserve that bounty. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, after Alabasta, how high did Luffy, where was his next increase? It went from 100 to 300, right? Oh, the Robin incident. Robin didn't deserve her bounty because all she did was learn how to read. The world government set her on that path and then gave her a bounty. And Luffy just wanted to save his friend. They were trying to kill her for no reason. Luffy wanted his people back. Didn't deserve that bounty. Everything else after that, yeah, he kind of did deserve it. But Morgans is hyping this man up something fierce. Would be dope if Morgans was a secret revolutionary member. Interesting, yes. Dope, meh. It went from 31, 3, 4, 5, 1.53. Yeah, 30 for Arlong, 100 for Crocodile, 3 for the Ennis Lobby incident, 4 for Marineford. It went up while he was training over the time skip for Marineford. 1.5. No. It went up from 3 to 4 for Marineford. 5 for the Doflamingo incident, 1.5 for Big Mom, 3 for Kaido. Saying Luffy doesn't deserve his bounty is wild, especially all the shit they hid in the process. Tyler, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. All right, let me rephrase. It's not that he doesn't deserve it. It was extremely inflated for reasons that shouldn't have been. Luffy should not have gotten a 30 million berry bounty when the standard starting bounty in the East Blue is only like 200,000. Or it's either 200,000 or 2 million, something like that. But Nezumi he beat Arlong, yeah. He beat Arlong. And Arlong's bounty was what? 20? Yeah, I think Arlong's bounty was like 20 mil. Give me a second. I'll figure it out. Hold on, wait. One of y'all can tell me. What was Arlong's bounty? Arlong's bounty was probably like 20 because 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, because when Nami found out about Crocodile's bounty, she was like, that's 5 times Arlong's bounty. And Crocodile was like 80 million, right? But Luffy, at most, Luffy's bounty after beating Arlong should have only been like 10 to 15 million. He got a 70 million increase after Arlong, and they hid that knowledge and gave Smoker credit. I mean, after Crocodile. They hid that knowledge, but they still increased his bounty. So they gave him the credit. They gave him the credit in terms of bounty increase, but in terms of bounty increase, but he shouldn't have gotten a bounty because he was working with a kingdom to take down a pirate, to take down like a fucking criminal. Even if he was a warlord, he was going against like the war, like he was going against the rules set to the warlord. He was trying to take over a country, and that was a no-no. He didn't get any increase after Impel Down. After Impel Down, he didn't really do much in Marineford. Over the time skip, they gave him 100 million from 300 to 400 million over the time skip because of Impel Down in Marineford. Because he participated in all of that. The war government gave him the bounty because defeated Buggy 15, Don Krieg 17, Arlong 20. Okay, yeah, I forgot. My bad. As much as I love East Blue, how the fuck did I forget about them? I love Don Krieg and Kuro, and I fucking forgot about it. Okay, Ogata, you got that. You got that. Touche. Too fucking shade. He didn't get 30 just from beating Arlong. Because they actually didn't like list off everything. It was like, yeah, he beat Captain Kuro, who we thought was gone. He beat Don Krieg, the ruler of the East Blue, and then he beat Arlong's ass. This nigga's getting 30. Well, they credited him for doing that, but Nezumi is the one who placed the 30, and he placed that 30 just because he beat Arlong and because he was salty. but they justified it because they justified that 30 because of his previous defeats in the East Blue. And he terrorized. No. He was a criminal because of what happened in Shellstown. He was a criminal, yes. But at the same time, Don Krieg, he was just known as a criminal. Don Krieg was a fucking tyrant, like a world government tyrant who ended up in jail himself. So he became a criminal. He became a known criminal for doing that, but I don't think he got a bounty. But they did give him credit for that too. Gone another. You got the W. You and Nogata got that W. I'll give y'all that. Y'all got that W. I will concede to that. You got the W's. Do I still have the golden W? I need to make an animation. I need to make an animation for the golden W, for a golden W. If y'all catch me on some dumb shit, I'll play the animation for the golden W. Let me get back to the chapter because I gotta use the bathroom. Gotcha. The world government assassinated. Oh wait, I already read that part. Straw Hat Luffy takes Vegapunk hostage. I'm sure the government will appreciate that spin. Go collect their contribution. Yes, that's outrageous. Luffy-san with that baby! Ah. Yamato, I'm sorry, but I'm putting you on the back burner. You no longer have my attention. Vivi has entered the chat. Here comes a new challenger. Vivi, oh my God. She's what, Morgan's? Vivi can literally move anywhere in the world. Anywhere. Take a shot for Vivi. Ah. Salud. Salud, Vivi. Fucking Vivi is back, man. We had to take a double. For that. Yeah, gone. Oh, a double. We had to take a fucking double for Vivi. Fucking focus up, man. Vivi can literally move anywhere in the world. You know how easy it is for Vivi to get to Luffy right now? Morgans was literally looking at Luffy not too long ago. Always need that tangent before the last page. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Oh my god, bro. Fucking Vivi. Wait, she's what, Wapple? Luffy-san would never do something like that. She actually borrowed my clothes. I'm never washing them again. Vivi has fans! Vivi has fucking fans? This is a straw hat pirate! Princess of Alabasta, Nefertari Vivi. They should have put in quotations, Straw Hat Pirate, Princess of Alabasta. Oh, no. They should have put Straw Hat Pirate, in parentheses, Princess of Alabasta. Nefertari Vivi. Vivi is fucking back. I'm getting emotional. The economic journalist, such a rag. Hey, keep your voice down. What if there's a wiretap snail around here? The government will erase us. King of evil black drum Wapple? Besides, Mor-chan took us in. Don't be rude. Took us in? What the fuck did you do? Alright. Oh my fucking god! The government assassinated Cobra. My question, how and who brought Vivi to Morgan's? When we last seen him, he was on the run, and how did Wapple get tangled into all this? Alright, as for who got them there, who the fuck knows? As far as I can tell, what if it was Fujitora? Sabo probably did it before going, so it could have been Sabo, it could have been Fujitora, or it could have been Luffy's Grand Fleet. There's so many possibilities. The government assassinates Vivi. What if they clone Cobra? If they clone Cobra to try and take over Alabasta, to run Alabasta, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. And you know what'd be wilder? If Vivi has to fight a clone Cobra that they modified. Vivi fights a dude who looks like her father for her country. All right, but look, the government assassinates Cobra, attempts to assassinate Vivi. Wapple, still being a piece of shit, tells Morgans about Vivi as a straw hat fucking pirate. He doesn't print it, but the world government gets involved and is like, you're letting information leak. I'm about to fuck you up. And they try and kill Wapple too. Fuji, Sabo, Grand Fleet, whoever, they save the two of them. And Morgan's being on the run is the only person. It could have been Sabo, actually. It actually could have been Sabo. Because while he was getting the fuck out of Dodge, or I think it could have been Fuji. Because if it was the Grand Fleet, Vivi would have told Sai, like, yo, you're a part of his Grand Fleet. I'm a member of the crew. Sai would not have let Vivi just leave. He would have taken her straight to fucking Luffy. And to top it all off, Wapple is here. So it was either, in my opinion, it was either Fujitora or it was Sabo. Sabo, even though like they all probably know like Wapple's a dumb piece of shit, he still wouldn't want want to see an innocent king get assassinated. So he probably saved Wapple and Vivi. And Morgan's being like a neutral party, he dropped them off with Morgan. I could see that happen. Leo is with Vivi. He is her new bodyguard. Where's Karu? I need to finish the chapter. Huh. Big talk for a girl who was bawling her eyes out yesterday. Of course she was. Her father died. Don't look down on me or tell me how to do my job. My words can shake the world. Besides, news isn't about fact or fiction. It's about entertainment. fucking Guild Tesoro Entertainment. Jesus Christ. How information flies. One Piece 1047, and I can't wait for next week. I know for a fact Oda's going to cut completely away from this shit. I know for a fact Oda's going to cut completely away from this shit. There is no question about that. Oda is not going to keep us here. But I'm doubling down. Vivi is coming back to the crew. When we leave Egghead, whether we go straight to Elbaf or we go to another like in-between island, Vivi is going to meet us there. Morgans is going to bear witness to the events that haven't. It's 1074. LOL. What did I say? Gon, what did I say? I didn't say 1074. Tell me what I said. My bad. But either way, I can't wait for next week. Vivi is meeting us on the next island. Morgans is going to bear witness. He's going to get a first-hand exclusive to what the fuck is going on and to the next big event that happens. 1047? I said 1047, that's funny as hell. 1074, bro. Vivi is coming back to the crew. I'm calling that shit 3 times. Vivi is coming back to the crew. After Elbaf, whatever we're doing next, I'm calling Yamato coming back. And fuck it, Yamato is bringing Carrot. Because in all honesty, Carrot was left in a state of being in like Schrodinger's cat. Focus up. Carrot was left in a Schrodinger's cat situation. We know that she's not ready to be the ruler of Zou. She doesn't know if she's ready to be the ruler of Zou. She still has some kind of dream of wanting to see the world. Leaving and becoming a better person, then coming back to be a better ruler makes a lot of sense. We already know that Wanda is willing to give Carrot the okay to fucking go if she's with people that Wanda trusts. The Straw Hats are absolutely people that Wanda trusts. And then on top of it, all of the minks, every one of the minks are A-okay with Carrot being the next ruler. And they all say, we're behind you with whatever you choose. Carrot could absolutely leave Zou, put Sicilian and Wanda in charge while she's gone, and they will be 100% okay with that. Giant Jack is where Morgan's roost, Yggdrasil. Bro, oh my fucking god. The fucking world tree, the Yggdrasil world tree, if it is in Elbaf, if it does exist, which it probably does, I think the roots, I think that tree extends all the way into the Sky Islands, and the branches of that extend throughout the entire White Sea. The White Sea is water, and that tree going that high up in constant water, those roots can extend as far as they fucking want. And honestly, I think Giant Jack in Skypiea, I think that's one of the roots of one of the branches of the world tree that's in Elbaf. I can't wait for Elbaf. Kid is there. Kid's already in Elbaf. We don't know what's going on with Law and Blackbeard. We know that the Big Mom Pirates is about to have some problems with Black. Shit is about to pop the fuck off. Shit is about to go so far left that we turn right. To quote Doc from Cars, if you find yourself turning left, you'll end up going right. What the fuck? Marco is gonna be in Elbaf 2 with Baki. If Marco shows up again, this is the best arc ever. No, go. Impossibility. Impossibility. Never happened in a million years. What if Daddy Masterson shows up? What if Daddy Masterson shows up in Elbath and what was his daughter's name? And Carol shows up and she's a rifleman. What if they are a bounty hunting family and they're going after the Straw Hats? What if that's the next, like, in between island? We get a short mini bounty hunter arc of people going after the new emperor. It's a bounty hunter island in the same vein of like Trigun, where it's a desert wasteland with a bunch of small towns, and the game is a fucking hunt for the biggest bounty there. The Straw Hats dock their ship at a lighthouse. Turns out the island rotates every couple hours. And the fucking lighthouse moved to the other side of the island. The Straw Hats gotta get back to the ship, and on the way over, they're being hunted by a bunch of bounty hunters. You ain't reach it yet. Sniper Island is one of Yggdrasil's islands. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Sniper Island is in your heart? Yeah, it's the Heart Archipelago. Sniper Island is in the Heart Archipelago. And it's a bounty hunter's den. Bounty hunters come here to trade weapons, secrets, plans, and members of their respective troops. And when a big bounty comes through, and it's a free-for-all of who gets it. So Whiskey Peak and Long Ring Longland? Whiskey Peak was a bounty hunter's den up until we found out that they worked for a crocodile. Then they just became pirates. They were earners on a pirate. Bro. Vivi's coming back. Yamato, I love you. But Vivi has taken center stage again. You fucked up. You should have left. You should have went. There's no reason you should have stayed behind in Wano. Vivi's back. Vivi's back. You fucked up. Until you show up again, you are no longer important. As a matter of fact, you going back on the shelf. Excuse me. You going back on the shelf. From now on, Vivi is the one by the right at the side. Yamato, you fucked up. You fucked up. Yo, what's going on, Wing? How you doing? Fucking Vivi's back. She was crying all the way up until yesterday. I keep telling you, once Vivi's in a panel, the rest of the chapter don't matter. Bro, this was a fucking this was an 8 out of 10 arc. I mean, this is an 8 out of 10 chapter. Fucking 8 out of 10. I loved it. I loved this shit. There was almost no flaws with this. And then you dropped Vivi in it? Come on. Did you see Morge's video on Bonnie possibly joining the Straw Hats? I saw a lot of Morge's new crew member videos. I don't agree with most of them, especially the smoker one. But I don't think Bonnie's gonna join. I don't think Bonnie's gonna join. She's a supernova. She's a point for the story. I don't think she's gonna work under Luffy. But you know what? Let's do this. I'll move this up here. Move this up here. New tab. Enlarge this. Open that up. And let's go here. Oh no! Yeah, let's go here. Bonnie becoming a Straw Hat seems guaranteed. Un momento.
When the stakes are high at work, your tone matters. Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions can help. Because when you write with
Let's look
the
at this.
right confident tone, you can meet any...
At the beginning of One Piece, Luffy said that he wanted at least 10 crewmates. And ever since Jinbei's invite 400 chapters ago, we've been waiting and waiting on this mythical 10th member.
Okay, right off the bat. Okay, yeah. All right, right off the bat, yeah, he got that. I actually respect Morge for that, not including Luffy in that count, because Luffy said he wants to find 10 people, and everybody always go, oh, but Luffy does count himself. Why wouldn't he count himself? He is a Straw Hat Pirate. From the outside looking in, right now, yes, there are 10 Straw Hat Pirates. There are 10 Straw Hat Pirates. But, hold on, give me a second, because I just realized I fucked up. Copy. But yeah, right off the bat, I respect Morge, because most people like tend to disregard that shit and just go, oh, there are already 10. Luffy doesn't. Yeah, from the outside looking in, from the perspective of the Marines, yes, there are 10 Straw Hat Pirates, but like because they're looking at the Straw Hat Pirates as an entire group. But from Luffy's perspective, he's only found nine other members. 9 members.
And gone through countless possibilities. Rebecca, Bartolomeo, Carrot, Kinemon, Momonosuke, Yamato. It's been a never-ending cycle of reader...
Okay. Let's go back.
Mythical 10th member. And gone through countless possibilities.
Rebecca, never a fucking possibility. Rebecca was never a possibility. Ever. Ever. Rebecca was never a possibility. Don't do this to me, Morge. Don't do this to me. I love you, but don't do this to me, bro. What's wrong with you? Rebecca was never a possibility.
Rebecca, Bartolomeo.
I hated people who argued this motherfucker. Oh, he's such a fanboy. His gag is fanboy. He'd fit so well. Shut up. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. That gag would get so old so quick. Why? Oh, but look, while he could be like the guard while he's out, while the crew's sailing, he could put up barriers to make sure they don't get hurt by like weather and stuff. Then what the fuck's the point of Nami? Then what the fuck is the point of Nami? Please explain. Please explain. More just listing characters that were in the discussion in the community. I know. I'm for the most part I'm fucking around, but I'm just talking right now. I'm all honesty, I'm just talking right now. Oh yeah, thanks Streamlabs. You put green names on top of the text. That's great. On top of a green fucking background. That's great. That's great. Thanks Streamlabs. Kinemon, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of the people who used to like argue for him just because I like the idea of like having a sword style per swordsman, 1 sword style with Brook, 2 with Kinemon, and 3 sword style with Zoro. But where I started to draw the line is because of Kinemon's like aesthetic and his fighting style. He was a Japanese style swordsman, where Zoro was already like the Japanese inspired swordsman, like the samurai style swordsman. And it wasn't so much like the type of sword that he used, because I don't care about the weapon you use. It's just so much. It's more so how you use that weapon. It's how you use it, not like because you use it.
On Momonosuke,
Momonosuke, I argue too as the apprentice. I don't think that there's a single person that could deny the apprentice role still being open. Yamato, I still think is coming back. I mean, in my opinion, it just makes sense.
It's been a never-ending cycle of readers getting excited and building up expectations for each of these candidates only to be met with disappointment again and again.
Because Oda dropped the fucking ball at the end of Wano. That shit just wasn't cool. I don't know what the fuck Oda thought he was cooking, but it just didn't work. It just didn't. I think Wano was too much of Oda's excitement mixed in with too much intervention from the editors who wanted to be involved in Oda's most anticipated arc. They wanted to be involved so much that they just kept throwing their ideas in to the point where it mixed in so much that it fucked everything up.
Again, as over and over they turned out to be red herrings. And I think I can...
Red herring? No!
Safely say...
I don't think it was a red herring so much, just a fuck up. I honestly believe that Yamato was supposed to join the crew, but somewhere along the line, a fuck up happened, and Oda was just like, I can't put her in right now.
Say that when Yamato decided not to join, that was the final nail in the coffin for a lot of readers' enthusiasm about the prospect of a new crew member.
Me being one of them.
We've down this lane too many times and been burnt too many times, which is why, ironically, in this sort of hangover state we're in, we're all...
And another thing about the new crew member discussions is the fact that when there isn't a viable crew member, when there's like no viable crew members, people tend to gravitate towards the most likely candidate. Like before Carrot showed up and had actual good interaction with the crew, you know what, not even before Whole Cake Island, like that period in between after asking Jinbei to join, after Fishman Island, all the way through Dressrosa, people were just grasping at any and everybody. There were no viable candidates, so people just looked at their most like enjoyed character. That's why everybody in the Grand Fleet, every single member of the Grand Fleet, including Kiros, Viola, Rebecca, there was even an argument for King Riku at one point to join the crew. And people would gravitate towards those characters because there was no real viable candidate. That's the main reason why people kept saying Caesar for Nakama, Caesar for Nakama. And they kept posing all of these ridiculously unlikely scenarios, impossible scenarios to have Caesar do a complete 180 of a character as a character just so he would fit in with the Straw Hat Pirates. And the biggest crux of that entire argument was he's a Logia. We need a Logia. We don't need anything at this point. A Logia is not a necessity. It's just there to fill out the final category of devil fruit that we don't have on the Straw Hats.
All this new crewmate euphoria has died down and feels like lots of readers no longer even care. At this moment in the aftermath of it all, when expectations are at their lowest, is when the single best Straw Hat candidate we've had in the entire New World so far has emerged. In my opinion, Jewelry Bonnie has quietly become the first Straw Hat candidate in the last 400 chapters that actually seems like she could genuinely be being written as a main character.
Okay, here's my thing. Morich has made a few of these videos saying the likelihood of this character joining, and at one point he said that Smoker is the most likely candidate to join the Straw Hats. I disagree heavily, but another thing is to say that Jewelry Bonnie is the most likely since Jinbei's like invite or him actually joining. Yeah, since like Jinbei's invite, I think that is astronomically wrong. Because you can say all you want that Yamato was never meant to join. Look at the subtext. If you read the story, there were always hints that she was never gonna. That is bullshit. I think that is the biggest piece of bullshit in the world. I think that is the biggest piece of bullshit in the world. When a character is introduced and the first words out of their mouth is, I want to join your crew, that is a clear indication that this character is being written to join the crew. They want to become one of you. Carrot has never said that. Carrot never specifically said, I want to join your crew. Carrot has only mentioned that she wants to see the world. She could have done that with anybody. Like, I'm not saying that the Carrot arguments aren't valid. I'm just saying that she could do that with anybody. Yamato has straight up said, I want to go out with you, Luffy. You specifically. Jewelry Bonnie has showed up and just straight up has had her own goals that she has been going after since we got to Egghead. She wanted to meet Vegapunk. She met him. She saw Akuma's memories. She got to it. Yes, the Straw Hat saved her from the water, but outside of that, Jewelry Bonnie could have done any and all of this by herself. Yamato, from her introduction, stated her dream, her desire to join the crew, everything leading to her to join the Straw Hat. She was in with the Straw Hats. She was there. She joined the crew. And then last chapter, like literally the last few pages of the last chapter, now I'm gonna stay behind. Yamato joined the crew and then just said, nah, never mind. I'm gonna stay behind because they can't protect themselves. Jewelry Bonnie has been here as a travel companion as in the same vein as Law so far. And how can you make this statement that Jewelry Bonnie is already being written as a Straw Hat? I'm gonna go get my weed. We barely a minute in, so I got time. Hey Tyler, do you, bro?
And potentially permanent addition to the crew, beyond the superficial reasons that many had touted for the last dozen or so wannabe Straw Hats. I'm going to be breaking down why Bonnie is different from everyone we've had so far, focusing on her character conflict, the significance of her past, and the direction that seems to be pointing her towards for the future, as well as several other aspects of how she's been written so far that all seem to be painting a picture of the 10th Straw Hat crew member. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this every week. And real quick, before we get any further,
I'm sorry, nigga, did you just have a wardrobe change? He went from the Adidas hoodie.
Subscribe for more videos like this every week. And real quick,
oh, come on, Morge.
Before we get any further, I have some good news. I have a brand new poster for you all, one that captures the beauty of the
I know this artist. I know this fucking artist.
entirety of One Piece in a single image by artist Jesse Martin.
I know this artist. Give me a second. I know this fucking artist. I've been following. Why is it that all of the One Piece artists that like people are getting into or like just showing love to? Why is it that I've known these niggas for a minute? Un momento. I'm fucking following them already. I've known these people for the longest time. I need to start putting I need to start being out there more.
Look at this imaginative concept. Every single arc and island we've ever visited, all depicted in this visually stunning galactic vision of the One Piece verse. This is the type of poster you can point to on your wall to show someone what makes One Piece such a rich and fantastical narrative. The entire dreamlike story is right here. And as usual, we have it on premium paper stock with high-end texture and a silky satin finish. You can get it for yourself in the Morge store today, just hit the link in the description below.
In the Morge
Now to
store.
begin with, let's quickly go through the simpler points that seem to be setting up Bonnie as a potential Straw Hat. First and foremost, Bonnie is getting a lot of focus. Her character storyline is arguably the single most important in all of Egghead.
Law's character story in all of Dressrosa was probably one of the biggest things. The only difference between Bonnie and Law is that right now, there's no main villain for Bonnie. There's no main villain there like stop like to like go against for Bonnie. Bonnie is doing all of this to save Kuma. After she either saves Kuma or gains an understanding of why he's doing what he's doing, then what? What would be her purpose? If it's to go against the world government, she'd be better served for the revolutionaries rather than the Straw Hats.
Even if she's not carrying the arc in terms of plot, she is clearly shaping up to be the emotional centerpiece of this arc. Whereas the Straw Hats themselves are kind of just tourists here, and Vegapunk is here mainly for exposition and to catch a ride with the Straw Hats, Bonnie has been the one actual dramatic character storyline that has been running through Egghead that now seems like it is about to become extremely important. So far, we have been focusing on her drive for accountability and answers, her determination to save her father, on her past and what she has lost, and we're looking at potentially her growth as a character once she understands whatever she is supposed to understand at the end of all this. And what really stands out to me is how central the focus on her has been, as compared to many other past Straw Hat candidates.
Rebecca didn't really give a fuck. She was the damsel in distress. Carrot was a travel companion. I've said that on multiple occasions and given my reasons why. Yamato, she was too late of an addition, and they tried to incorporate too much too quickly. And I think that's really the main reason why Yamato failed. Yamato failed in terms of like grabbing the audience in terms of like making her a viable candidate. But Yamato, I think, is still coming back. Yamato, in my opinion, is in more of a Vivi-like situation than anything. Except that Vivi stayed behind because she wanted to help rebuild her country, and there's no set amount of time for that. Yamato, once Momonosuke and the rest of the country proves that we don't need you here, fucking go. If Momonosuke was to tell her that, like, right now, Yamato would fuck off and go sprinting straight for Luffy. Whereas Bonnie, as of right now, could give zero fucks.
It was like, yes, many of them had a good bit of screen time and had some okay character focus here or there, but often they were also swamped in a sea of other character storylines, be that Rebecca in Dressrosa, Yamato in Wano, Carrot in Whole Cake Island, whoever. I never felt as though their dramatic storylines defined any given arc. However, Bonnie's level of focus here in a very tight, very concentrated arc does seem somewhat closer to a Chopper in Drum Kingdom or a Sanjay in Baratier.
That's only because we're at the beginning of, I don't want to say we're at the beginning of the final saga. Everybody else was kind of placed in a point within the saga where everything was starting to come to a head. The Versus 4 Emperor saga, we were going up against Big Mom and Kaido. Of course, there's going to be an army of characters to like look into. I don't think we're far enough into the saga to actually say that,
etc., than what we've seen from past candidates in the New World. And what's important is that this may not even be the most important arc for Bonnie. This could very well just be a setup arc, though we will get to that discussion in a minute. Because right now, on top of all this, because the Egghead Island arc is so tightly written, we have gotten to get extensive focus on Bonnie's interactions with the Straw Hats as well, and particularly with Luffy, which is of course crucial for any crewmate. And it's been the full range. While we've certainly gotten to see lots of fun interactions and how easily Bonnie could fit in with the crew's dynamics,
I think that's one of the reasons that people tend to like jump the gun in terms of actually like looking at characters in terms of looking at characters to become the new crew member. They look at interactions with the crew and go, oh yeah, this person interacts with Luffy really well. Luffy interacts with anybody. When Luffy actually makes friends with somebody, he interacts with them in a really good way. There's really no, if you're gonna place a character with Luffy and have them interact, it's either Luffy's going to become friends with them or he gives no fucks. There is no in between. Just because he becomes cool with them does not mean that they're automatically Straw Hat material. But at the same time, that is like a check mark for becoming a Straw Hat. But you also have to wait for it. And excuse me, you also have to wait for Luffy to actually show enough interest in them to actually want to invite them on the crew, to actually show that he wants to have them around long term, rather than just, yeah, we had a fun time.
What's also important is that in a short amount of time, we've already gotten to see some of the more substantive groundwork for potentially significant emotional connections being laid. Though of course we still have a long way to go in this category, which I think is of course entirely possible, because here's the first particularly interesting point to consider.
Hey Tyler, you funny as hell.
Like all of the protagonists are about to escape from Egghead Island together. Bonnie is presumably about to be on the ship with the Straw Hats, traveling with them for the near future, as there is literally nowhere else for her to go.
And there the fuck it is. I was waiting for I was wondering if that was gonna come up. The main thing. The one thing that people always throw out when it comes to new crew members is they have nowhere else to go. They said it for Caesar. People tried to throw that shit out for Carrot. Even for Yamato saying she has nowhere else to go. What the fuck are you talking about? This is an infinite world of infinite possibilities. People can make connections with other characters. Saying that they have nowhere else to go is fucking apocalyptically wrong. Bonnie has been traveling by herself for God knows how long. Saying that she has nowhere else to go is ridiculous. She has everywhere to go. If she finds out Kuma is back in Mary is back in Mary after the revolutionaries saved him, she can go to Mary. She can go to the revolution. The main place Bonnie is most likely to go is probably the revolutionaries. She knows her father is a part of them. She knows that her father escaped. She doesn't know that he left the revolutionaries right now. She doesn't know that he left the revolutionaries right now and is currently climbing the red line to get back to Mary Joie. Bonnie, once she leaves here, can straight up just go looking for revolutionaries. I'm the daughter of Bartholomew Kuma. Take me to him. Or take me to Dragon. Bonnie is likely to go to the revolutionaries. That's my opinion. Saying that she has nowhere to go, so her only option is to stick with the Straw Hats is ridiculous in my opinion. I think that is wild.
Think about it. Why did Oda choose to have us meet her when she was stranded in the middle of the ocean?
Because we're going through the list of supernovas to team up with. Since we entered the new world, we've met damn near every supernova. I think the only ones that we're missing right now is a Rouge. Luffy has yet to interact with a Rouge. Hold on, let me go down the list. Kid Law, Capone Killer, Hawkins, Bonnie right here. There's 11. Shit. Give me a second. Because I'm fucking up. All right, let's go down the list. The supernovas. Capone, Whole Cake Island, Bonnie right now, Hawkins, Wano, Apu, Wano, Kid, Wano, Drake, Wano, Arouge, haven't met him. Killer, he's the Killer, Wano with Kid. Law, he's been with us since Punk Hazard. We're going down the list of the supernovas to ask why did we meet her here? It was just she was just the next supernova for us to run into. It's just checking her off the list. I don't think that, why would we meet her in the middle of the ocean? It's obvious that Oda's setting her up to be the next Straw Hat. I don't think that's the case.
Oda's established that Bonnie has no ship of her own. And not only that.
That's not true. Oda did not establish she has no ship of her own. Because remember, she does have a ship. She stole it from Big Mom. She stole a ship from Big Mom. The reason she doesn't have a ship right now is because she got bopped away by Kuma. Last time we saw her, she was at the Reverie, and next time we see her, she's in a weird ass like spherical cyclone whirlpool that's being held up in the sky. Kuma's ability, as far as we know, he sends you to wherever you need to be the most. Why would he leave? Why would he bop her here? Because she needed to go to Egghead to see his memories. And the best way to get her there was to put her directly in the path of the Straw Hat Pirates.
We should also consider the fact that Oda seems to have gotten rid of Bonnie's crew entirely.
Did we forget about this? Honestly, did we forget about this moment when Blackbeard captured Bonnie and then Akainu showed up? She had a crew, but then her crew got no-diffed by Blackbeard and then captured by Akainu. We have no context to how she escaped, but Akainu has already established that she herself is able to escape the world government pretty easily. So we know where her crew went. They got captured. She doesn't have a crew right now because they got captured.
Bonnie, a former pirate captain, has been reintroduced to the story as a completely free agent.
She's not a free agent. In the Reverie, in hell, the panel that you have right now, Worst Generation Pirate, captain of the Bonnie Pirates. She's still a captain, not former captain. She is still captain of the Bonnie Pirates. She still has a crew of her own. Her crew is just captured.
Agent with no companions, no ship of her own, and no place to go. At least for the immediate future, she is primed to join with Luffy and the gang.
She is primed to travel with Luffy and the gang. She's not primed to join the Straw Hat Pirates. She's traveling with the Straw Hat Pirates as a companion. This is the same argument that a lot of people posed for Law when he was traveling with the Straw Hats. They were saying his crew is dead. He's gonna leave his crew behind. They're not coming back. He's just gonna leave them in Zou. No. If Bonnie's crew is dead, she still has her father to worry about. And if Kuma does die, she's gonna want revenge against the people who killed him. And the world government being those people, she's going to inevitably join the people who can get her that revenge, aka the revolutionaries.
Which sets up the potential for becoming a permanent situation. As a reminder, Nami and Robin were initially also just tag-alongs on the crew.
Nami tagged along, but that was early on in the series when we were already recruiting people. And then we find out that she's a navigator, an essential position that we absolutely needed. That doesn't apply. That same scenario doesn't apply for Bonnie, in my opinion. Robin, I'll concede that argument because we had no idea what was going on with her. But still, this far into the story, to try and compare a new crew member to somebody that joined earlier in this context is kind of iffy, because these two joined because they had essential skills that we absolutely needed. Yes, they were tag-alongs at first, but they also offered something that we needed. Bonnie is, as of right now, we have no idea what she has that is essential to actually finding the One Piece.
Who didn't actually consider themselves crew members and were just relying on the Straw Hats temporarily, which was of course a setup for them to eventually.
And the biggest difference is that, yes, they didn't consider themselves crew members, but Luffy looked at them as a part of the crew. And they also tagged along with only the Straw Hat Pirates, building a relationship with just the Straw Hat Pirates. Bonnie, Law, and even Carrot were on the ship with other companions. When they leave, they all fucking leave. When these two left, their absence was noticed.
eventually reach the conclusion of their character arcs where they realize that they do want to stay with the crew permanently. I could easily see that being the case for Bonnie, as Egghead seems like it could be a fairly short arc that may be laying the foundation for her character, but maybe still too early for the full payoff of her character arc. Now this brings us to Bonnie's past. It definitely seems possible that Bonnie's tragic past, or at least part of it, could be about to be revealed this arc. And that is of course something most of us readers consider to be a prerequisite for joining the crew. And in particular, Bonnie's past seems like it is set to be one of the most tragic and heartbreaking in the entire story, as Oda has really been playing up the emotion for this particular backstory for a long time, throughout the arc, and honestly even going back to pre-timeskip. And since the backstory centers around not just Bonnie, but Kuma as well, I'd go so far as to say this is nearly guaranteed to be one of the most tragic backstories in One Piece.
It's not just Kuma, it's Kuma, Akainu, and Big Mom. She stole the ship from Big Mom. She has some kind of connection to her given her appearance. And the relationship she has with Akainu, considering that he was so casual about just looking at her, especially given his disposition towards pirates or criminals in general. He was willing to blow up a ship full of innocent people just to make sure that nobody from O'Hara made it out. He was willing to kill 2 Navy Marines for running away from like a war against Whitebeard. And yet he approached Bonnie, a supernova and a known pirate with a bounty over 100 million, hands in his pockets and speaking to her casually. The Akainu that was put forward, he's more likely to just kill first, figure it out later. He has some kind of relationship with Bonnie. So it's Kuma, Big Mom, and Bonnie. I don't think that she's gonna join the crew, but I do think that she is a big plot point. She is like important towards the future of the story,
since it has by far the most long-running build-up of all the character backstories in One Piece so far. Again, the trap.
To say that it has one of the most long-running build-ups, no. Those individual characters have been in the story for a long time. Her backstory build-up is just now coming into play. Well, and it was partially hinted at in Marineford, but even still, I don't think the build-up was like being put forward ever since Marineford. It was just, well, it was being put forward ever since Marineford, but it wasn't being built up constantly since then. It was only hinted at.
The tragedy of Kuma and Bonnie is something that has been building for hundreds and hundreds of chapters. That level of significance certainly seems like Straw Hat potential, at least compared to other Straw Hat candidates we've had in the New World, as I would argue that none of the commonly mentioned Straw Hat candidates we've seen in the post-timeskip so far ever had that much effort put into their backstories.
That's because Yamato's story was placed at a point like mid-war when nobody really gave a fuck. We had other more exciting things. We're fighting 2 emperors. Why do we care about another backstory right now? That was like looking at Law's backstory mid-Dressrosa. Nobody really cared because we were fighting Doflamingo.
Momonosuke, who was the one Straw Hat candidate with by far the most character focus in the New World so far, had barely a few panels devoted to his experiences in the past. And on top of all this is a key piece for Bonnie that people rarely discuss when it comes to Straw Hats, which is that Bonnie has a clear and prominent character conflict. It doesn't mean much on its own for
a clear character conflict. Yamato had a clear character conflict.
Character to just have a sad past. The point of us learning about these tragic backstories is generally to help us understand the personal conflict the character is going through right now in the current day, thereby setting up the character to overcome something and to grow as an individual.
Yamato and Kaido.
In the process, which in turn transforms them into a Straw Hat.
Planning a family? Check your sperm count.
What the fuck? I need an ad blocker.
Has a lot of pent-up hate, anger, resentment, and frustration, and she is aggressively pursuing a path that may in fact be misguided at the moment. It definitely seems like there is an important lesson for her to be learned here, whether in Egghead or in an upcoming arc, something that may change her perspective and her direction in life. Again, that is how most Straw Hats are written. A tragic backstory which resulted in a modern day character conflict that they are dealing with, which leads to them growing in some manner as they have a realization and change in perspective, which finally turns them into a Straw Hat.
Did Yamato not go through that? Nut up, Silvers, protect the future family. I can see Silvers being a commentator. I stutter too much. I can't collect my thoughts quick enough to actually be a commentator. Time to count them tadpoles. Yo, y'all are wild. No, but honestly, did Yamato not have this? The
Straw Hats are written. A tragic backstory.
The tragic backstory was her life on Onigashima. She she was being locked up and beaten and tortured by her father because she looked up to the person that he considered a fucking a decent rival.
Story which resulted in a modern day character conflict
her being chained up on Onigashima and wanting to leave, and then Ace dying and her waiting for Luffy. Her conflict was having to live on Onigashima while constantly fighting. She was in Mad World.
That they are dealing.
The only difference is that she wasn't aggressive towards Luffy because of this conflict. She actually looked towards Luffy for help rather than saying, "Get the fuck out of my face. It's none of your business."
With which leads to them growing in some manner.
When he beat Kaido, okay, she went straight for the help me. Yamato went to Luffy and went straight for the help me rather than get the fuck away from me. This has nothing to do with you. I'm a monster, or you can't take this on. She went straight into believing in Luffy rather than you're too weak. This has nothing to do with you. She ran at Luffy. Luffy showed up. She ran beeline straight for Luffy and asked him for help. And then she had to prove to Luffy that I'm on your side. I'm on your side. If anything, that shows more that Yamato is more willing to be with Luffy rather than just another fuck off character that just doesn't matter. Yamato was punished for wanting to be Odin. She looked up to Odin and the gag just went too far. The gag went too far. She just looked up to Odin. I think, yeah, and I do agree with you. I think that's where Oda fucked up. He went too far with the gag.
As they have a realization and change in perspective, which finally turns them into a Straw Hat.
Yamato went through all of this, every single step. She even partied with the Straw Hats and told them, "I'm joining the crew." She introduced herself and was like, "I'm joining the crew." She was on the crew. But as they were leaving, Oda just said, "Nah, never mind." Then what the fuck was the point? There was no point of Yamato then at that point. At that point in the story, Yamato served no purpose.
And two other minor points that help support Bonnie's case that are worth quickly mentioning are that, first of all, Bonnie is a very capable combatant. She is, after all, one of the worst generation, and was a renowned pirate captain in her own right.
Daughter of Kaido, conquerors haki, all three forms of haki. Unique fighter, unique species, unique design. Am I missing something here?
It's hard to say how she scales among the Straw Hat crew, but she definitely would not be out of place at all, and would be a strong addition. And I also think it's a small point in her favor that she's a woman, as right now the
As a matter of fact, go.
strong addition. Straw Hat crew, but she definitely would not be out of her own right. It's hard, after all. One worth quickly mentioning are that, first of all, Bonnie is a very
She got muscly. She got muscly. Used the stick and charged that Vegapunk. She's already muscly. Used the stick and one-shot a commander. Capable combatant, female, backstory and all. Yamato brought I'm a man discourse. Okay, that I can see as a real world problem that Oda just didn't want to deal with. So he was like, I'm just gonna cut that out here. But I can understand Oda's trepidation for that because he's made gags and jokes like that in the past. It's just that the world developed to a point that Oda just couldn't continue with that gag. So I can understand why like that being a point against Yamato.
very capable, not be out of place at all, and would be a strong addition. And I also think it's a small point in her favor that she's a woman, as right now the Straw Hat crew only has 2 women. And while there are of course no mandatory quotas, it would seem fitting at this point to balance things out just a little bit. I do think that is part of the reason that Rebecca, Carrot, and Yamato got so much traction in the past, with many even calling for Vivi to return.
Randy Troy, where are you? I'm starting a headhunt for Morg. I'm starting the Morg headhunt right now. We're not calling for Vivi to come back. Vivi is making her way back. Slowly but surely making her way back. Tyler, I agree with you. Wait. Whoa. Are we still here? Are we online? Yeah, we should still be. Why the fuck did that fuck up? Okay, I am being technical because I'm like, for the most part, I'm just fucking around. But some of the points I do disagree with. I do disagree heavily. What kind of build up does Yamato even need? It's all out there. Yamato, okay, the build up argument, yes. Yamato came in late and was trying to rush through it way too quickly. But in all honesty, at this point in the story, trying to slowly build up a character to the point that we love them just as much as Nami or Robin, it's damn near impossible at this point in the story. It's damn near impossible. And going, yeah, drop the Odin persona and you got something good with Yamato. But Yamato was introduced okay, it's a bit of a contradiction because I don't believe that, because Yamato was dropped in pretty late in the arc and then tried to rush through all of it to finally become a Straw Hat. But at the same time, I don't think it was a necessity for Yamato to be built up slowly over the course of the entire arc. But I do believe that we could have been introduced to her way earlier than we did. Way earlier than we did. If Yamato was introduced while we were still in Wano, and we just got like a flash over to Onigashima, and we saw Yamato fighting in Onigashima, like to be okay, or when like after the Doflamingo incident, if we saw Yamato, got a quick flash of Yamato, we like that would have been all right. But because she was introduced so late, I think that's why people have certain gripes with her. She wasn't built up enough. Shouldn't have been in the third act. That's exactly what I mean. Tyler. It shouldn't have been in the third act. She should have been introduced way earlier. Hell, probably not even in Wano. Just show that she exists. Her actual introduction of, hi, I'm Yamato, or like actually shown. You could have had a silhouette of her like looking at Luffy's bounty poster in like at the end of Dressrosa. And then what was that, the dress? And then after the Big Mom incident, you could have actually shown her. You could have actually shown who she was. Once we got to Wano, early on in Wano, we could have shown her fighting in Onigashima, trying to like, and just threw people for a loop. Who the fuck is this? Why is she fighting Kaido's forces? Why is she there? And actually give her an Oda box. Yamato, daughter of Kaido. And this could have been like at the bathhouse sequence. Or fuck, before Kaido went in to destroy Oden Castle, you could have shown Yamato like rushing through Onigashima, bashing through a bunch of goons to try and stop him, and he just gets the fuck away, and she failed. Then give her an Oda box, or not even an Oda box, just show who the fuck she is. And then once we get to Onigashima and she meets Luffy, then you get the Oda box. Then you actually show who the fuck she is. And that entire time beforehand, you don't even have to have her take off the fucking mask or the extra clothing. Just still have her there. Mention them by name in Act 1, show glimpse in Act 2, replace the Big Mom amnesia shit, show the interaction amongst Yamato and the Flying Six would have made it way better. I agree with you. I agree wholeheartedly. I think there were so many better things that you could have did with Yamato to make her more appealing to the community rather than all of this fucking controversy. There was no agenda being put forward for certain communities. It was a gag that Oda has used in the past that people took way too far. It's just like when Pokemon Journeys first came out, saying that Ash's new travel companion, I haven't even seen it yet, but I know it's fucking not that. Ash's new travel companion, there was an uproar about that too. Same like thing with Yamato, when that just wasn't the case. It was the case with Kiku, sure, but for Yamato, I don't think so. I still blame Arter for spearheading that shit. I don't blame specific people, but I do think that some people's opinions, because of how much influence they have in the community and how much, and like some of their arguments actually did start to like influence other people who just echo chambered everything that they said. Like Roger's base for the carrot for Nakama bullshit, I blame him hard. Man had a hard grasp on the community and he said that shit. All she did was run at Zoro and punch at him, which he blocked. And he was like, oh shit, electricity. And he said, carrot for Nakama. And then gave merchandising reasons. And she's a girl and she's cute. Oral Jackson echoed that shit hard. Hard. Every time you brought up an argument about the new Nakama. And the wild thing is, that was when Carrot was the only likable character. So everybody was saying, merchandise, merchandise, merchandise. The character doesn't have to be on the Straw Hats to sell merchandise. Main fucking example. Shanks, Rayleigh, Roger, fucking Karu. Vivi was not on the crew. And she still sold crazy. Let's finish this video because I want to play Hogwarts.
Since the diversity is a small factor. But all those other points aside, the biggest reason that I feel many don't talk about as to why Bonnie may be the perfect candidate to join the Straw Hats at this point in the story is that her dream may be the ideal fit for this point in the story, the conclusion of the Straw Hats' adventures. What do I mean by that? Well, after Wano ended and no one joined the crew, one of the main questions many readers had is how would it be possible for a new character to be introduced at this point, literally in the final saga of One Piece, and somehow still feel like an organic addition to the Straw Hats? I mean, isn't it a little late at this point? At best, we could have someone join at Elbaf, but then the very next arc we're at Laugh Tale, right? Well, what's interesting about Bonnie is that she seems like she might be a character who, while a late addition, would actually only make sense joining in the final saga itself. Because with most every Straw Hat, the way their story goes is that they have their own personal island-based conflict that they have to deal with and overcome. And from there they can then join the crew and focus on pursuing their long-term dream, while simultaneously helping Luffy achieve his. For example, Sanji has to deal with the Krieg pirates at Baratier, and from there he can then join the Straw Hats and focus on the All Blue, while assisting Luffy as his cook. Chopper has to deal with Wapol at Drum.
Yamato has to deal with Kaido and Wano, and from there on, she can figure out what the remaining pages in Oden's journal was by joining the Straw Hats and making it to the last island, to Raftel, possibly even Lodestar. What?
Kingdom, and from there he can then join the Straw Hats and focus on curing all diseases, while assisting Luffy as his doctor, etc. Bonnie's main conflict. Her main conflict isn't some micro-island storyline. Her conflict seems to be with the world government itself. Bonnie seems to be seeking vengeance and retribution against the Celestial Dragons themselves. Her tragic backstory is shaping up to be that her own father was turned into a slave and guinea pig of the world nobles, and Bonnie herself was a captive of these same world nobles for some time. And right now, her mission is to make everyone pay for what they did to her and her father.
Fucking ads, man.
Conflict isn't something that can just be resolved at Egghead, as her enemies are the Celestial Dragons and the world government itself. Her story points
Who made
to
this
her
fucking
wanting
theory?
to go after them. In a way, it's similar to what Robin suffered from. Robin's enemy wasn't any individual pirate or villain. It was the world itself. And that set us up beautifully for the Straw Hats declaring war against the world government and engaging in a proxy battle against the world government by fighting their top agents, the CP9. It's just that now we are at the end of the story, the entire story, and the time to actually truly fight the world government in a legitimate war is approaching. As such, similar to Robin, maybe the final Straw Hat we get wouldn't be one with some isolated conflict like in Elbaf or like in Wano. Maybe the final Straw Hat for the final saga would naturally be one whose conflict is again with the world government itself, whose story and dream is very directly tied to the conclusion of One Piece, as their narrative would naturally tie into the Straw Hats' final narrative of taking down the world government. I'm not saying it's a recreation of Robin's storyline, where Bonnie gets captured and the Straw Hats go to war for her or anything. I'm just saying that Bonnie's story and conflict may be the perfect organic fit with where the Straw Hats are right now. She's a character whose dream or goal may very well be taking down the Celestial Dragons. She doesn't have some micro island-based conflict of her own, because her conflict is in fact one and the same as the actual final conflict of One Piece, seeing the Celestial Dragons defeated. And her story and her tragic past could directly play into some added emotional weight going into this final war against the world government. Essentially,
Okay, with that, I'm just gonna cut that right there, because honestly, he just explained exactly why she would be more likely to go to the revolutionaries rather than joining the Straw Hats. I think that Bonnie is more in tune to join the revolutionaries rather than the Straw Hats. I mean, disagree, agree, all good. But I'm gonna end it right there. Come over to Twitch and in like, let's say an hour, I'll be streaming Hogwarts Legacy. So come on, head on over there. Thank you for everybody who came through. Thank you for everybody who subbed. With that being said, take it easy, everybody. Peace.